What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Right? I just think that first of all, I didn't watch the fight, and the reason why I didn't watch the fight is because number one, I just didn't feel like, excuse me, I didn't feel like it was real. No way that this guy Jake Paul, who's never fought a professional fighter, I think could get in a ring with somebody like Mike Tyson and even stand a chance. Even though Mike Tyson is 58 years old, and people say, well, if Jake Paul can hang on to the later, and make the fight go this many rounds or that many rounds, Mike Tyson is a professional fighter, number one. Number two, he's one of the best fighters in the history of the sport. And so for Jake Paul to think, or anybody to think that this was a real fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, I think, it just was, I don't know what people was thinking. I think Mike Tyson saw an opportunity for him to get a big payday, and he took it. You really can't blame Mike or Jake Paul, but I just think that there's no integrity in the sport of boxing. And a lot of people say that the sport of professional boxing is dead anyway. So this just, to me, it just proves it. Like I said, you can't have, in a real fight, Jake Paul would not have stood a chance against Mike Tyson. He really he put himself really at risk of getting seriously injured with somebody like Mike Tyson. Anytime Mike Tyson fought, when he fought Roy Jones, and they had stipulations in that fight about what Mike could, like Mike wouldn't be allowed to punch him in his face or anything like that. And Roy Jones is a professional fighter. Again, one of the best fighters in his class, who has, and if you have stipulations with Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, no way that this dude, Jake Paul, should be able to, people should think that this is real. Like I said, this was a payday for Mike to, in my opinion, to submit his to help support his legacy and for a generation of generations to come. So yeah, man, that's how I feel about it. I just thought that the fight was it was a situation where it just wasn't real. Just imagine, like, if Mike beat Jake Paul, that's not, it's not a win for Mike, because people are like, well, you're a professional boxer, you're the greatest in history. And so if Mike loses to Jake Paul, then people are disappointed that way. So it was, to me, it was a lose-lose situation, and a situation where, as though, I don't think, that's why I didn't think it was real. A legitimate fight would have been a lose-lose situation. So it had to be this kind of money on the table for Mike Tyson to even take that deal, or to even honor this guy with the opportunity to step in the ring with him. No, it's just funny. And and I'm not even really a boxing fan. I do, I watched Mike Tyson when he was, he did his thing, but I was never too much of a boxing fan. Like, once Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and who else I used to watch? I used to watch Holmes and Foreman. And once all those older guys faded out of the sport, I really just stopped watching it. I used to watch Tommy the Hitman Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Wilfred Benitez. Like, I used to follow the sport. But once, like, and I watched, like, who's the other guys I watched? Bernard Hopkins, I like him. But after a while, it just seems like, especially in the heavyweight division, like, it just seemed like it wasn't really a lot of talent there. And to be honest, I never really even followed, like, Floyd Mayweather. I never, once he came into the picture, by the time Floyd Mayweather came into the picture, I really wasn't following boxing anymore. So I just think that, like, boxing don't have any integrity. I just thought, sometimes you watch fight, you'll swear that one person won the fight, and then they'll, the card to say something else. And so I say, nah, I didn't. It almost got to the point where boxing was like WWF wrestling. And so, yeah, this fight to me wasn't real. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this fight was real, or what was your opinion of this fight, or let me know if you even watched it. I know a lot of people watched it, but it just was a big payday for Mike and a guy, and this guy Jake Pual. And I'm not hating on that hustle, but like I said, I would have watched the legitimate fight. But this wouldn't even have been if I thought it was a legitimate fight, I still wouldn't have watched it, because this guy was not even qualified to be in the ring with Mike Tyson. So that's my take on it. Let me know how you feel about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out on the next video. Peace.